he can make it through to the big dance when he rails the top, because the top of the racetrack is good. Queen's Royal up next, and then our driver introductions for our King's Royal feature race. Brody Boss to bring us around, Paul.
Brody Boss, can he stay there? 12 laps to go. We go down to Tony Coomber. That's the final 6. Go, we're racing again under the greens. Stephen Garrett's down low. Dennis Shellcross up high. Rodney Parmenter would be the next one. We've got Tangles in there. Someone coming very quickly round the outside.
Of the Kingaroy.
Big mess.
Oh
dear. That will be a great one, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's a big wreck over there.
Tangles is in there.
Ash Volk got in hard on the side.
Sweeney's
off
in there as well.
Look at the front end of Jason Drever's car. It's junk and he is filthy. On the infield here. Tangles, that's a lot of damage. I'd imagine the 24, he got hit a couple of times. Gary Pagels ripped the front end out of his car too. Ash Volk coming to the inquiry bay to check out. Miles Gilroy is out of the event as well. Look at the front end and Gary Pagel, it's junk. Tangles climbs from the car. Put your hands together for Tangles.
Volker will be out as well. The right front is collapsed up underneath the car.
Hey, Tangles, you all right, mate?
Yeah, that was right. Yeah,
Pretty big crash, mate. That was a big impact.
yeah, I know. Just fell at someone unloaded me a bit, and I went around, and it was just shit storm. Yeah,
Time for an OP rum up at the bar, I'd reckon.
yeah, several. Okay, next year.
You'll be back. How about it? Give it up for David Head. Miles Gilroy. Miles, tough weekend at the office, mate.
Yeah, this place is always tough for me, man. That track's pretty cool, but hey.
Yeah, you're rolling around the top there, and then you got checked and dropped back a few, and then went forward a bit, and there's something there.
Oh, I didn't even see these blokes, mate. You just, yeah. So, anyway, we'll come back next year.
I'm sure you will. Good on you, mate. Look at this. You know what that is? It goes there. A visor. That's the impact from there. Come off someone's helmet. Phenomenal stuff. As we got a big mess to clean up here. All right, let's go. Alex Sweeney's thumbs up. I'll give Darren Zazolka his visor back. And here's the replays up here. Tangles, I think your assessment was fair. We're going to watch on the Ken Mills Toyota Ultimate screen and check out how this mess all unfolded. Here it is. And then it gets really bad from there.
Oh, wow.
And we'll slow that down. We've got another angle from the infield. Alex Sweeney drives away. So here's the infield shot. Oh, and it's just spinning cars in front of a lot of cars at pace. And Tangles in. Right, slow it down on. Look at this. So right in the middle of the screen there. And Pagel and Drever get hard into the concrete. And then look at this impact here. Whack. And then look at Asphalt, hard on the brakes. And just, they all arrived on the scene in front of him. You could see Asphalt, he was hard on the brakes, had the car sideways, and they slid down the track in front of him and nowhere to go. Absolutely massive crash here in our B main. We're going to take some commercials and come back once we clean up the mess here in the B main of the Ian Botcher Race Parts Kings Royal. And here's some of the damage. Shock tower is actually still in place. It's copped a big hit. So just get down here if you can, Nick. Maybe. So this, what you're looking at, yeah, go to the other side, Nick, and I'll show you what these guys have. So inside these cars, it'll be easy to see with this white paint. So we've got, these are all the NASCAR bars here that keep the driver safe. This is the foot protection stuff right here. So that's steel, and none of that's moved, and it keeps the driver's foot, well, in a good spot. But look at that. That's all been pushed right across. The accelerator isn't where it should be because the firewall's moved from the impact on the side here. But the good thing about this, none of this really moved, and it kept David's feet. They're about size 74, nice and safe. And the roll cage, again, did its job, and it certainly wasn't as bad as Horsham. Tangles? Yeah, you've got a front cut, yep. And Tangles might be the second drunkest person here tonight. In about an hour and a half, I'd reckon. Half an hour. 30 minutes is all he needs, apparently. Here it is again. There's just not a lot of good coming from it. Our tow trucks are working overtime. So I can tell you Ash Volk is out, Drever out, Jack Cameron was already out, Gary Pagel out, Miles Gilroy, Darren Sazolka, and David Head are all out of the B main. Like one guy just talking to me right now, or he's about to talk to me, Gary Pagel. You've been in this position a few times, unfortunately, and we know it's all racing, but you're just rolling around the top looking pretty good.
Yeah, I left it a little bit hooked up because it looked like you're going to have to get right up there. You watch Aiden later, he'll be scratching the wall. And that's the risk you take when you go up there. But I was pretty happy with it and looked like we were going to make some ground, but yep, that didn't happen.
Certainly didn't. It's a tough place when it's like this.
Oh yeah, mate. It's when you're driving full noise most of the time, it just doesn't leave a room for any mistakes.
No, well, hard luck to Gary Pagel. It's good to see him back out there. Former national champion, 5-time Queensland #1. As we're going yellow now, as the racetrack is cleared. And I think Alex Sweeney about the only one to be able to drive away from that. And that was just utter mayhem. Absolute mayhem. Jason Sloss trying to fire up the 69 over there in turn 1.